Hello guys, welcome to Season 6, the final season of the original show. I originally thought of reviewing the reboot, but between you and me, I don't know anymore. It's not because I don't want to see the reboot. It's just, I don't know if I want to right now, maybe later. I'm thinking of just reviewing the original show first. I'll think about reviewing the reboot later, but this is the final series. So I hope it'll be good. Jamie's school dinner. Honestly, a peak episode. Really funny, really cool. I liked that the show was still gross. Still gruesome. I mean, the main character fucking explodes because all the food and you see it come out of his nose and eyes. It's just perfect. It's genuinely perfect. I originally hated the episodes because how gross they made Jamie look because I ate unhealthy stuff and I still do. I mean, look at me. Noodles, I'm not a sign of health, but you know what, fuck it, it's fiction. I sure didn't feel so offended. If I get offended, I'm just a pussy. Cookies. The episode was peak. Honestly, the way they made Jamie look really gross, I used to not like, but now I realized it's Grizzly Tales. I like the fact that, he got kidnapped. But you know what's funny? Is that in my school, well, my high school, we had chicken nuggets and fish and chips and cakes and ice cream. Our school dinners were unhealthy as shit, dog. And it's just so funny. Even when I was in primary school, we had fish and chips, and that was a big, fat, deep fried slab of fish. And so it's just, to me, so fucking funny that they have this whole deep fried food is awful and they shouldn't have it at schools, and my food was deep fucking fried. It was hilarious. Yeah, the episode's a 10 out of 10. I am loving this season so far. Recyclops. I kind of have to give this one a 10 out of 10. It's James's favorite, actually. He said Recyclops is one of the best villains in the series. I liked the episode. It was funny, but you know what I don't like? Is that it's kind of a redemption episode where the main character goes through hell, and, she let herself be a beanbag, literally letting her mother sit on her when she had a good chair, was a fire hydrant, helped people with tools, helped them vacuum and shit. She's sentient. That's a funny thing. She's sentient. She knows what she's doing. And her mom and dad let her suffer. Like, hasn't she redeemed herself? Like, fucking assholes. You know like how people force a dog into its own pee? They forced her daughter into dirt. Yes, she was a bad person, but I feel like she's redeemed over it 10 times over. The episode is a 10 out of 10, but what the fuck? The Clothes Pigs. Honestly, I really liked the episode. I thought the episode was cool. I thought the main character was cool. I have to admit, Truman did the one thing. Sorry, what I can't forgive. I can't forgive any protagonist, because they're all kids. But at the end of the day, his mother fell on the floor because of his mess, and was begging for help. And he said, "Call me an ambulance." She said, "Call me an ambulance," and then he said, "You're an ambulance. You're giving a really bad example for me." I'm not saying it wasn't funny. It was funny, but man, that's the moment where I was like, this guy deserves to die. Like, this fucker. The pics were funny. Like, all the animals were really cute. Like, I know bicycle pumps are bigger than you boys. Yeah, I know, and they all laughed. The episode's a 10 out of 10. I know I'm sounding lazy, it's just, I honestly think this is a season when the quality came back in town. Why Boys Make Better Burglars was a peak episode. I loved this episode as a kid. It was so peak. You know what I love most of all? Is that the kid was a burglar, but it's like the Evil Family with the son, boy, and girl in the Tooth Fairy episode. But at the end of the day, I like how Grizzly Tales shows that sometimes it's nurture, but sometimes it's nature. I like those episodes that they show sometimes nurture, sometimes nature. I like how he stealed the fins. That was pretty entertaining. And how he tracked him his whole life, but he couldn't do it because he was too young. Then he got arrested. Comparing all fates, going to jail isn't that bad. And the thing is, they tracked his whole life and followed every crime he did. So I wonder if he's going for jail for all of that, or just the thing he did. The episode was a 10 out of 10. I loved this episode as a kid, and rewatching it, yeah, it's still perfect. I love Grizzly Tales, honestly. The watermelon babies. Honestly, I loved this episode. It being about drought was really cool. I liked how the scene where you see them wash their hair, the next scene you see a cow die, showing that this is serious. People are dying. And the girls are selfish. And what's also secondly cool, what else is cool about it, is that the girls, the watermelon man, cool villain. He found her once, found they were watermelon, gave it to him. And what I think is really cool, what I think is weird though, is that the show's hypocritical. It says scrumping's wrong, but these kids scrump, and that's okay. Now, yes, I know at the end of the day, they were starving. But the parents could have had it. That's still stealing. Fucking hypocrites were writers. Nah, I'm joking. It's a good episode. I really liked it. It's getting a 10 out of fucking 10. This series, I think this might have been peak. Nah, season 2 is peak, but this might be the second best. E-Boy, yep. I love E-Boy as a name. The episodes not so much, but that's hilarious. eBay, E-Boy, funny. But I have to be honest here, I just find this episode a little cringe. Maybe it's because I'm making videos on a PC, which by the way, can glow colors. At the end of the day, you could even say, oh Josh, you're just saying that because you're a coward who doesn't like that we're making fun of him. But I say the truth. No, it's because I just I didn't find the episode funny or cool. It was interesting, but just feels so unrealistic, and I just prefer the magic in this universe. It's just kind of boring. Yeah, I didn't really. Okay, it wasn't boring. I just didn't like it. Don't know how to explain it, but I just didn't like the episode. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. Just not my cup of tea for an episode. At the end of the episode, he's a brain, an eye, and 2 hands, and then Cass bleeds his eye, and they treat it like he's dead, but you can live by your eyes. He's still a brain, which, you are, and hands. So at the end of the day, he's still alive. Maybe his soul is gone if you believe the eyes are a window to the soul, but you know what I'm saying. It's 4 out of 10. Dobby's Nightmare. Honestly, a peak episode. But you know what? I might say something a little controversial, but genuinely, I feel bad for Nobby. He has body dysmorphia because of his weight, and he feels like his body's disgusting. And I feel bad because his mom and dad are quite fat too. So fatness runs in the family. But you know what genuinely pisses me off? Is that the mom and dad are like, oh, we're not ashamed of our body. We're going to be naked in front of you all the time. And you know what? I'm going to say something that might be controversial. I don't care if it's controversial. And look direct in my eyes. I don't care if you're a nudist with other men. But if you're a nudist and you're nude in front of your children, that is child abuse. I don't care. Being naked in front of your children is fucking wrong. And the same with us saying, oh, bring your girlfriend over. We'll be naked in front of her. You're a fucking pedophile. Fucking nonsense. I hate this mom and dad. Mom's kind of bad, but still, fuck them. They are pathetic, nonce losers that deserve to die. They could see what dad says, hey, can you give a ball here? And then he gets beaten up by an old lady. But you know what? I genuinely think he deserves it. Maybe I'm going to sound mean to nudists, but yeah, if you're a nudist in front of kids, you're a fucking pedophile. And that's you deserve to rot in hell. The episode was a 4 out of 10. The dumb klutzes. This reminds me of a real story. When me and my class were searching up cults, we saw a guy who said he was Jesus Christ. He loved having sex with women, loved using drugs, loved taking money off people. And that's like a main villain in this story, where he's a son of a god, and even flirts with a woman saying, if you want some more gifts, if it's see me in the back of the village. And he, manipulates people, and his father eats them alive. He reminds me of that guy who was pretending to be Jesus Christ. The episode is honestly good. I think it shows the why you shouldn't believe in them. But genuinely, I feel like they demonized the Klutzes too much. Daddy Klutz said to his son he wanted, the daughter wanted a doll and the son wanted a hoverboard, and he said, hey, you two, stop being so selfish. The mom asked for hair rollers, and the dad asked for golf clubs. So I don't really agree with Grizzly saying the trusting but greedy villagers. They both asked for something really small and humble, and that's genuinely what made their death so sad. They weren't bad people, they weren't selfish, they weren't cruel, they just genuinely wanted small gifts. It's really sad. This episode is quite sad. At the end of the episode, the last survivor, Scott, plays football, and I don't even know why. He doesn't even seem like he likes football. The episode's a 6 out of 10. The Lobster Scream. I genuinely was kind of conflicted with it. I love the episode, but I don't like how, the problem with the episode is that Grizzly always talks about death. The others, you didn't know if the kid was going to live or die. That's what made the twist so kids surviving actually good. Because you didn't know. And it made the show feel like it was a bit of a guessing game. Will he live or will he die? Secondly, what is dumb is the lobsters were alive. It says in this universe, when they get boiled alive, their skin only turns red, not because of water, but because of the pure anger they feel inside. And then they kill a main character because of they all wake up and kill her. Meaning these people could have escaped any time. They willingly let themselves be eaten alive. Why are they in some part of death cult? It's 7 out of 10, but are they in a death cult or something? The old man. The old tailor from the moon. Honestly, I think it's good. It's like the princess's clothes, but like the princess's clothes, it's not that good. It's way more gory and terrifying if you're into gore. But besides that, the episode isn't that good. The main character was cool. Oh god, I forgot his name. His clothes was cool. His mom tried to give him a joke nickname to make fun of him, and he said, don't call me that, which I perfectly justify. Fuck you, mom. The mom in the episode, I mean, of course. And the old man took his face and then teleported away, and the episode was fine. Can't really, it's better than Princesses if you're into gore, so that's good at least. It was okay. 4 out of 10. Big Head. It's an okay episode, but genuinely, I don't like the way how it disrespects football mascots, saying the only thing that matters in football is playing football, because there's a lot of football mascots that do like backflips in the heat and sun in giant fur costumes. They deserve respect. Because in my opinion here, football mascots deserve respect. The main character gets the main character becomes famous, becomes a bit of a twat, becomes a dick, then has a big stereotype happens in the show a lot. A character gets a dog, then abandons him. Like, it's happened so much times. I want to do a dog counter. Mom and Dad were funny. The show's pretty clever. 4 out of 10. I really am hoping the show gets better. The Piranha Sisters. Honestly, I love this episode. It's good to have a good episode again. It's all about a sister trolling her other sister. She dresses up as a Grim Reaper, dresses up as a statue. She goes to Scotland. The list goes to Scotland out of fear of tigers, and they tell her, Cyprus tell her that there's no tigers in the UK. And what I genuinely love about this episode is the goodness. It's good to see a good episode return. It's cool to see the skeleton say, "I will happen," and that was actually her skeleton, and she got eaten alive. But the Bathwater came in back, and she stayed in there. Girl, why didn't you run? Like, I'm sorry, but if I was taking a bath, okay, imagine it was a big bathtub, and the water was just coming up. I'm fucking running. Like, why the fuck didn't you run? It was, it's an 8 out of 10, Tom time was peak. Honestly, it was the original end of the series before the holiday special, and I want to say it was great. Tom, I feel sorry for, because Tom was literally, his brain was swapped with, because of his mother, a sloth. And even if you don't believe that, he physically was hoarded by a supernatural power to be he was told by a supernatural power to literally be an hour late for everything. But you know what I don't like? Is the mom and dad cook him dinner, and then when he takes a lion and goes back, he's like, "There's no food," and then she, yells at him in anger. I have autism, and my dad took me to a party. I didn't like it. So he tried to take me and my brothers to a special party for people with autism. That was very kind to my dad. I still didn't really like it because I'm not a social guy, but it shows he was a parent who was trying to help his son who had problems. And second, the end of the world when the earth blew, first of all, when he was alone in his house, you see him just have fun and just look around and have fun. And I don't blame him. He was an hour left, so he was basically hopeless. So I can respect Tom for having fun in his last moments. And also, you see every Easter egg. You see the golden girl, the Cyclops, the witch doctor mole. You see the brain. You see the dog. You see with giant's head. What is he? The pug. Bug. And most importantly, you see the gardener's decapitated hand, meaning that fuck died in the explosion. Now, I'm so sorry, but... Yes! Fuck you, you fucking gardener! Piece of shit! Fucking hate you! Burn it out! This episode's a 10 out of 10, because you fucking suffered! I genuinely hate that gardener. So this is the best goddamn episode in the entire fucking series! The Crystal Eye. Honestly, this episode was peak. Like, even though I love to end an episode, I have to admit, I actually think it feels way more Grizzly Tales AOS. It's like the first episode. It starts with 2 children instead of 1. I also liked, what's off the things I didn't like, since there was very little of them. I didn't like the animation changed. Way in the background, they had 3D kids and used 3D effects, and that looked a bit shit because the 3D was pretty shit. Uncle Grizzly didn't even appear. That was sad. That would have been cool to see. Even if he was shitty 3D, that would have been a little cool to see Uncle Grizzly, Lara. Now, positives. I love the main villain of the episode. She was so cool. It's like the first episode I was a villain. I liked her. She was cool. Vic and Finn, really lovable. Finn is a stereotypical goody two-shoes. But I like that he's not as generic as other goody two-shoes. He has moments of weakness. Like, the one thing he wanted, he cries. He's not just humble and lets everything happen to him. He does actually feel sad. Vic is hilarious because he's, a jerk, he's selfish, he's cruel. And he also talks about, do you even want everything you need? Like, I had a bunch of DVDs here when I showed it. Now, they're all gone. A lot of them are still there, but a lot of stuff I don't use anymore or don't collect anymore is gone. Because I learned that you shouldn't keep stuff you don't want anymore. I love the episodes about Christmas. A thing I don't really like is they say Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas, but I understand why they have to say that. And I don't want to get my religion into it, so we'll just leave that at that. The episode was funny. I liked the creativeness. I liked it was a 2-part. It was 20 minutes. Oh man, what do I talk about? I want this to be long. Honestly, it was a 10 out of 10. It was a great episode, and honestly, it was peak. Season 6 in general, it was peak. I loved every bit of it. It was funny, it was creative, it was memorable. A lot of them were stinkers, but they weren't terrible. I want to first say, genuinely, I love the show. It was funny, creative, memorable, and lovable. And, honestly, I'm glad I reviewed the show. Barely any episodes got a 10 out of 10, so I won't go crazy with the ranking. But I want to say one last upside. Even though Uncle Grizzly was gone, the voice actor of Uncle Grizzly did perfect. I loved the impressions, I loved the voices, I loved the wackiness. It was really funny. I'm giving Season 6 a 9 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10, it's not an 8 out of 10, but it's a 9 out of 10.